Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Pucker's New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Hello, boys. Hello there, funky lady.
Hello.
How is everybody on this wonderful Tuesday evening?
Exciting day. Doing good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Got a game tonight, so I'm happy about that.
This is the Tony Bowl.
The Tony Bowl. That's right. It's what's up, Husky? Yeah, it's Tampa. So, Tone, who do you really root for? Because I know you got like a lightning emblem underneath that jersey one. I don't believe that at all.
No, it's funny. I always figured the Lightning as the Rangers. They're always like the Rangers rejects. Always wind up in Tampa.
They were. That's true.
But I did like Stamkos shit. My mom turned into a Lightning fan, and I would take her to the meet and greets and shit. And I have to admit, there's certain guys like Stamkos that you meet and they're good people. I liked him as a player, but never liked the team, man. Especially, I tell you, going to those games, because I went to a lot of Lightning games, man. Especially when the Devils are there, those fans are fucking arrogant. They've been too spoiled in Tampa. I will say that.
Yeah, they have. But they're not looking so good this year. I have to say they are. They're on the back end and they're trying to pull their way up. So this game is actually, I think, bigger for them than for us. But I also think that this is a super important game for the Devils as well. So curious what you guys think. Do we have a lineup yet?
I haven't seen one, but I just saw that. Well, it's. I believe that Brown, Dadonov, Hamilton, are game time decisions. There's a fourth in there too that I'm forgetting about. Someone that's a fourth game time decision, I think. Laguerre was sent back to Utica, so and it looks like all those guys, Brown and Dadonov have been activated off IR. Jack Hughes is on IR. I tell you, man, like I'm losing track of where all our shit is. And I was texting with someone last night. I think it was actually Mike Ruff about Chris, it was you. Sorry. About where we sit with all the fucking IR, LTIR,
yes.
How much money they have,
Husky says Dylan's out.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
We knew he was dealing with something at the end of that game or some point of that game. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's just like I was hoping
Steven
he was
said
just
he's
pooping,
playing.
but nope. And that's probably that means Edwards is probably playing. So if we have Edwards and Dougie in, that'll be an interesting new look. But it's just you keep inserting these new guys in the lineup. It's gonna cause cracks and holes. And it looks like all of Tampa's injuries that they had, like all those guys are back now. It seems. Like I think Hedman's back. Who else was out? Hagel's back.
They had a lot of guys out. Is he back too?
Yeah,
Hagel?
I think so. The lineup I saw at the Tampa practice, so I don't know. Maybe it'll change for the game.
This is not Amanda Stein's report, but this is as of just recently on NHL.com, the Devils' projected lineup for tonight. Hischier in the middle of Gritsuk and Bratt. I like that. Dawson Mercer with Timo and Connor Brown. So it looks like 16 will be back in the lineup. Lomiko is on the third line, and he's centering Andre Palat, Stefan Nason. This is where the duct tape and bubble gum is starting to come into play. And Luke Glendening is centering Shane LaChance and Paul Cotter. And then we have Siegs and Nemec, Dylan, Hughes, Cholowski, Dougie. That's and Jacob Markstrom is in net tonight. So scratched is Laguerre, Colton White, and Ethan Edwards. And then we know about all the injuries. But so Dadonov isn't back. Dougie is back and Connor Brown is back. So that's huge.
So Husky and Engel are saying different things about whether Dylan's in or out. So we'll see what happens there. But it'll be Edwards or Dylan. So we're getting back there. We're going to try
First
to
mistake I hear, man.
Jack Hughes in the aggregate.
First mistake I hear is, I hate to say it, man, but I think Allen should be in net tonight.
I agree.
I do. I really do. I thought about that yesterday morning. I was kind of hoping he would be. And not, love Markstrom, but I just think right now, I was hoping that he would be in there.
Can we recklessly speculate something real quick?
I don't think it's going to be reckless what you're about to speculate.
Would you trade Jacob Markstrom? If that was like a piece to get something that we absolutely needed, and a team, let's say Edmonton or somebody, is like, we want Markstrom. We want a goalie. We need one because they have a sieve in there now. And I'm just using them as an example because they're a team with Stanley Cup hopes and no goaltending.
I'll tell you why I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't. With comfortable with Dawes, comfortable with Allen, you don't want you wouldn't do it.
The reason I wouldn't do it is because, as we know, this year we are an injury magnet, and I guarantee you, the day we move Markstrom, they're gonna be fucking pulling Allen out on a fucking cart, and then we're gonna be. I guarantee you, you know. So I mean, I'd like to
take the nervous Nelly aspect out of it. Okay, like you can't not do things because you're worried about things that could possibly occur.
No, but it's good to have two good goaltenders, really good goaltenders.
But let's say it's for like just that piece, like that. Okay, this is a guy that we need, that we know we can use, but Markstrom has to be a part of it. You are no way, shape, or form in.
Not no way. I mean, obviously, if you're offering some fucking great center or something like that, I'm down, you know. But I mean, I just think that I would like to see us find another way to get it.
What do you think?
I mean, of course, yes, I would. I just don't. I mean, I don't think it's even worth speculating about. But,
sure, it is. This is why we recklessly speculate.
All right, yeah, fuck him. Get rid of him. 870 save percentage. $6 million for 2 years. That'll certainly help some. Well, I guess it won't help this year, but. I don't know. He just makes me nervous right now playing goal. Like right now, with him in, with like guys coming in and out of our lineup and in and out of our decor, that's going to lead to mistakes. I mean, I don't know. Like I am concerned about it. He he's good for a softy a game. Like we could get the absolute fucking doors blown off us if like Kucherov and Point like decide to run train on us. Like. And I think Allen puts us in a better position to win games that we need to lock down now. But I could be wrong.
I agree with you on the Allen thing. I mean,
he won. I mean, he won us that LA game like last week. You know, I mean, he's here, so we might as well rotate him in. I just feel like right now we kind of need to win games however we can, and Allen is the one that puts us in a better position to do that.
Well, I think Allen makes me more comfortable that you're not going to have a 5 or 6 goal against night, where with Markstrom's in there, it can get out of hand quick.
But is that necessarily true? Allen let in that pretty shitty goal against one team, and the last time he played in Tampa Bay wasn't pretty. Like I was
there, wasn't I? I think for that.
Yeah, that was like 8-2 shellacking.
Yeah, I was there for that.
No, we were there. We went there the second game of the year, and I think that was Markstrom in there, and we won that one.
I'm talking about Allen. I'm talking about Jake Allen. So it's like we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. Like Jake Allen was there the last time we were in Tampa and got the shit kicked out of us. Or was that in New Jersey? That was in Tampa.
Yeah, it was Tampa.
No, that was in Tampa. I was at that game. But I unlike you, I would not trade Jacob Markstrom. I wouldn't. I just it's and the reasoning is kind of like I said to you, Tone, like you can't not make a move because it depends on who too. Like I would never trade him to an Eastern Conference team to have that come back and bite us in the ass. But I guess it depends. Like if the Golden Knights are calling and they really need somebody, and you could pry a Dordioff or whatever the hell his name is, or somebody like that out of there with a little package. Yeah, of course I would.
Is that what your wife says to you? Can I pry your little package out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Allen listens to country, Marky listens.
Well, then I take Marky all the way, man. But I think that
yeah, but I think it's like Swedish death metal, which
Marie's a little country and Donnie's a little bit of rock and roll. Is that it? Are we doing a fucking Donnie and Marie thing here with these two?
I also wonder too, man. If say Markstrom had a string of games, I wonder if he would get his shit together. I just wonder if it's a lot of. I don't know. We come from an era back in the day where a goalie plays 10 out of 12 games, plays 90% of your season. Now it's like, flip flopping all the time.
I think Chris and I talked about this the last one, is that it seems like they are going straight every other game rotation right now.
This is as even of a split as I've ever seen the team do with two goaltenders. It's true. I mean, this looks like it's going to be 41-41 when all said and done. And whoever has the hot hand is the guy who's going to be taking this team to the playoffs. So I don't think that – I don't want to say that I don't think that management has lost a lot of faith in Markstrom. I just think that they have a ton of faith in Allen. And I really think that's where it comes from.
Yeah, and the guys in the room like Markstrom. They like his leadership. They like his fire on the ice. That's all great, but his job is to stop the puck. So if he's not doing that well, we need to find it in other ways. They could be PR in their way out of it and saying, we're trying to balance and keep both of them fresh and all that shit. Markstrom is also going to be starting for Sweden in the Olympics probably. Yep. So we got to consider that game load too. But honestly, like if Canada was going to take the three best Canadian goalies right now, Jake Allen might be one of those three. Like Binnington, Montembeault, and Aiden Hill all fucking suck right now. Yeah. And Logan Thompson and Jake Allen are definitely better than all three of them.
Chris, you remember Aiden Hill? We really thought he was gonna, have a.
Well, he's injured now, right? Is he back?
I don't even know if he's
injured.
He was. That's why Schmid was getting so many starts.
Yeah. Schmid. So, Jay Snow writes here. He asked if we listen to 32 Thoughts, and he thinks that Jack's injury is way worse than they're letting on. Now, I haven't listened to the most recent 32 Thought podcast, but we talked about it privately. We talked about it even on this show, and I brought up Gabriel Landeskog, and I brought it up the day this happened. Like, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, this isn't good. Like, an injury like this can be just a type of injury that fucks a guy's whole career up. That's crazy. Sounds
it's a hoax.
But I think there's a pretty significant difference between this and what happened to Landeskog.
I'm not talking about the injury per se. I'm talking about the way that things kind of progress. How something looks like it's going to be now Jax was off ice. This was in between a play with Landeskog, but still, like when something like that happens, it just makes me nervous especially in hockey, because they give you no info. Like, that's the other thing. We are left to speculate all of this because nobody knows.
I was shocked.
I'm going to go by.
I haven't been on the show since it happened. I really didn't think it was true. Like, I couldn't believe when I first heard the Jack injury. I forget. I think I saw it on like one of these Devils fan pages on Instagram. And I was like, oh, it's got to be like some kind of like, joke. I could not believe it, man. And I just so depressing, just fuck, man. He was having what I worry about, which you guys probably talked about already too, is he was fucking rolling too. And I'm afraid now, he's going to cool down. It's what a bummer.
I was in a meeting with my guy, Connor. What's up, Connor? And he IM'd me on the side in the middle of the meeting. He's like, yo, what's Jack doing? I thought he was talking about my dog on the couch, like trying to get a spot. I was
licking
his balls, Connor.
And then right afterwards, like 8 people sent me what happened to Jack Hughes. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? So, yes, I did listen to 32 Thoughts. I got a different impression from that. And I think Elliot was, what I understood is that they thought it was going to be worse than it wound up being. But also, relative to Landeskog, having, a significant muscle and tendons cut in your leg, particularly in the muscle that is your primary, like that sort of inner quad muscle, which is so important for skating relative to a pinky. If I were to guess, it was kind of right at the, like, if you put your hand down like this, like I once, you probably can't see it, but on my thumb right here, I almost cut my thumb off when I was a kid. We built a BMX track in our local park, like me and like 10 fucking scumbags. And I did I hit a jump and like didn't land it because I was not a very good like BMX rider, even though I thought I was, and fell off my bike, and my hand went like this right on the bottom of a broken glass bottle that like stuck in my hand like that, and like almost cut my thumb off. So that's almost how I envision it happening, is something went into his hand that like almost cut his pinky a little bit. So,
and I'm sure that the surgery, because the surgery must have happened because there must have been some type of ligament or tendon damage that they needed to put back in. And I'm hoping that the 2-month timeline is because of what we talked about. Because you remember a year or two ago, Jack had a cut on his hand and it was not getting better. And he kept saying because of the gloves, he kept, the disgusting gloves and all the bacteria. And Tim, you mentioned that in the last show,
infection.
It's a fucking cesspool inside those things. So that 2-month time frame could just, be, look, he's going to be able to use the hand, be able to work with the hand, but it's going to be 8 weeks until he can actually get this thing into a glove without having to worry about further infection and everything else. So,
do you know what I'm so curious about?
Devil Heaven, do you want to see the Dunoff play badly tonight, or do you want to see him play bad? Like, I don't understand what you're saying.
I think he wants to say.
You really want to see him, or you want to see him play badly?
He's excited to see him.
What I'm really curious about is kind of the logistics of like how Keefe and Fitz found out. Like, is Nico sitting next to Jack and he's just like, oh fuck, and then like they're trying to figure it out. Like, let's get our story straight. This is what happened. This is what we're telling him. And then Nico's just like, Fitz, we fucked up.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. You need to get the Harris jet.
Yeah.
And take Jack back to New York right now. Luke's coming with him. And I'm just so curious about how that went down. Like, did he wake him up in the middle of the night being like, we fucked up, dude? It's like the Hangover where he's calling the bride. It's like we fucked up.
If you're a GM and a player is calling you at 2 a.m., it's not for anything good. It's you just know that phone's like, oh, fuck,
you're 100%. It's like anybody at Amscott at 3 o'clock in the morning and take out a loan. There ain't nothing good going on.
Nope.
But but
someone's either dead or fucking on the verge of
crack needs to be bought.
Yeah, at least they're not cornerbacks for the Jets. Did you read about that? One of them got shot in Midtown. New York.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about that.
So anyway, we're without Jack for 2 months. Get better, buddy. But we have a bunch of guys coming back now, so I think we'll at least recreate them in the aggregate. We have some better offensive talent coming back. I really do think we're gonna miss Glass amongst other guys.
Can I put my devil tinted glasses on and say why this Jack injury could be a very good thing?
Sure.
Well, we don't have to worry about it getting injured. There's number one, right? So every time he has the puck on the boards and somebody's barreling down on him, I have my penis tucked into my belly like, oh, no, get up, Jack, get up. Now we don't have to worry about it because he's not getting up. That's number one. Number two is if the team maintains where they are, and I do expect them to drop off a little bit. Like you're not going to maintain the success and that you've had without Jack Hughes. He's that good. But stay in the top 2-3 in the Metro by the time this guy comes back. Fitz needs to continue moving on. Like, this is like Jack is here, make the moves you're going to make. But when he comes back and he's healthy and he's fucking only played 16, 17 games, like this dude's going to be out for revenge big time. Like, you talk about this being the Jack Hughes revenge tour this year, and it was for the first few weeks. Think about in 8 weeks when he gets back. And I think this team is going to be so much better.
Yeah, because he has to be disappointed too. After last season and just the shit that's been going on, and then to be and I'm sure even you think about that, like, so kind of like if you go out on your off time and go hurt yourself playing basketball, you don't want to tell people this. And it's not the same, but it's almost the same. Like, I hurt myself at a restaurant. You'd rather it be on the ice. So I'm sure for Jack, it's kind of sucks in many ways. And it's just something that you're just like, fuck,
It sucks. It sucks. But this team is a lot better than they were the last few years when he went out. You got some real better role players on this team. You're going to be able to the scoring's been a little weak 5-on-5 the last few games. And Jay, I'm with you. Like, that's fucking embarrassing. Like, what happened? Like, the injury question, like, how did you cut your hand? Oh, I was drinking red wine at a restaurant. And apparently the glass stem fucking impaled my hand or whatever.
So the interesting thing, he's probably going to miss about 30 games.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly, that's kind of mid-January is where we're going to be.
True.
So if they go 15-15 through those 30 games, they'll still be 28-19-1.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll still be over a 600 winning percentage. So they can even go 500 and still be kind of in the thick of things. And I think that's probably worst case scenario, because after these next couple of games, the schedule, not from a volume perspective, from like competition perspective, eases up a lot.
Right.
I think the Devils are going to keep on winning. I really do. I think there's going to be some losses, definitely, but I think we have it. I really do. Last year, I didn't believe this. If you go back to last year's shows, I knew we were kind of screwed from probably like 4 weeks in. This week, I feel like we really have a good team, and I definitely feel like this sucks, but I feel like if we can get past this stage, it's actually going to be awesome for the team because, you know, you can't just count. We know as Devils fans, you can't just count on one dude, like, because this could happen 4 months down the road, and we have to prove that we can win without him, which sucks because we definitely want him on the team. But I feel like we're that good. If the goaltending can keep up the way it is, and we just can't deal with any more injuries. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, how many more guys can get hurt right now? Because now we're starting to get to the, you know, we're going to start seeing that Utica filled lineup that we saw last year a lot.
Yeah, that's the like we can't
worry.
can't lose anybody else, especially in that top six. But I agree with you.
And I think that game against sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead.
I think the game against the Caps proved to themselves, like, we can do this. We're going to be okay. You know, like they were really good for 2 periods. The third got away from them a little bit.
Luke got on the board.
They pulled out the win. You know, Luke got on the board, so hopefully that unlocks things. But like, winning is a mentality too. You know, like once that stone gets rolling downhill, like it's hard to stop. And you get that confidence. You're like, and losing becomes like this foreign concept to you. Like, you don't understand what losing feels like, and just winning is the way to go. So just keep ripping off wins.
And this year we wound up with, you think about like the frustration we had last year with some of these guys on the team were like, okay, this is a year where we have to really step up, right? This year it's fun. Like, you like the team again, and you like the team last year, but now you really like them because you see these guys. We see Mercer becoming what we thought he can be. You just see the whole team all around. Nemitz, you just see shit going on that's so exciting right now. So that's why I think the Jack thing totally bummed me out, because, man, I'm like, we are rolling on all cylinders right now. Like, it is, the team is just getting better and better. But I still think, you know, it's tough, but I think it might be a good, I don't know if you were kind of good test for these guys a little bit.
And you know, you go back to the prior years when you had a Jack injury and it fell on 1 or 2 guys to make it up, right? It was like, okay, well, now it all falls on Nico, Timo, and Jesper Bratt. Like, those are the 3 guys that we're always leaning on. And even last year, like, Timo missed a little bit of time and Nico missed a little bit of time, but it was all on those guys. Now it's not that. It's, you know, like you talked about, Nemec, Hughes, Hamilton. That blue line has 3 guys on it that can move the puck and score. You got Connor Brown.
And Edwards, if Edwards plays too.
If Edwards plays, yeah, we got a good look at him. He's
and
another
even Dylan's
guy. And
been moving the puck.
None of them are slouches, but I'm saying where you actually get offense from, those are your 3 main defensemen that you get your offense from. And then you look at the bottom 6 now, like Connor Brown and Cody Glass when he's in, and those guys are going to be able to pick up some of that scoring, I believe, as well. And
Husky's right too.
What's that? Bratter caught fire last year when Jack went to, yeah, he did. And other guys are going to have to step up, and that's it. But real quick, let's give a little shout out here to our DraftKings sports book sponsor here. Hockey is back, boys and girls, in this season. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action that you love. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NHL right to your fingertips, from player props to the thrill of live in-game betting. Every drop of the puck is your shot to win big. New customers, this is for you. You bet $5, and if your bet wins, you get paid out $300 in bonus bets. So light the lamp all season long with DraftKings Sportsbook and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $300 bonus bets if your bet wins instantly. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. So what are you guys thinking about tonight?
I don't know. I'm thinking about what parlay I'm going to put out together. I've been doing these fun 3-leg anytime goal scorer parlays. I'm including Luke in all of them, which now I don't know what to do. So I got to think about that. What do you think? Tony, who should I include in my parlay here? Who's scoring tonight? Grits is scoring tonight?
Yeah.
Who else?
You think so? He was another guy that I wanted to mention. Like, that's another guy that we didn't have last year that steps up and can give us offense. Like, he's been great. So, All right. So what are you going with?
I don't know. I might do like I always like to include a defenseman. I don't know, maybe I'll put Dougie in there. Grits, Dougie. Hey, Grits, Dougie, and Dadenoff.
The Lightning are favored by 1.5. So
Bullshit, man.
I know that last time I thought the
Vasilevsky's been
Lightning.
terrible.
I was at the last year's game in Tampa, the same actually in November also, and I thought I had very confident and got my ass kicked in for all those fans there when the Devils went down that night. So I'm not saying shit, you know.
That was that famous game where Allen like let the puck in that was getting dumped in. It like bounced funny off the glass, and there's a picture of him standing next to the net with a puck in it.
Yeah, I took my kids to that game. I remember I was so excited, and then because that was that was Mila's first Devils game. Samantha's been the 2 so far. She went to see in Jersey, went to a couple games, and it was total awful game. The Lightning fans were all wild up. It was not a blast.
well, the Lightning is not doing great. They have 20 points right now this year so far. I'm not sure how they've done the last couple of games. I am going to check right now. Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's see. All right. So, yeah, so they lost to the Canucks last night or Sunday night, 6-2. So their last 4 games, they're 2-2. They beat the Capitals 3-2. Then they lost to the Rangers 7-3. Then they beat the Panthers 3-1. Then they lost to the Canucks 6-2. So the last few games they've been winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. And if you go by that metric, they win tonight. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I like the way this team's playing. I'm with you, Tone. I like the way they're playing. I think they're doing a lot of good things that we just haven't seen them do. And I think they're going to continue. I think they'll continue. Markey will have a good game. I think having Brown and Hamilton back in the lineup is going to be good, and be interesting to see Dadonov play. So
everybody who listens needs to realize that sometimes when we choose these games before they happen, a couple hours later we're like, "Fuck!" But this
is very true. We do.
Part of the world, it's the way it goes.
There's a game I predicted a couple games ago where I said they were going to get the doors blown off of them.
Yeah,
and they did.
That was Chicago.
Yeah, they're going to lose 8-1 tonight.
That was a hell of a game, man.
Kucherov is going to score 6.
Yeah, you can take that 6 goals per Kuch. So what do you got, Tone?
We go Devils 5-3. I think Nemitz is going to score again tonight. I think he's going to get one. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go with the Brat thing. I'm going to go with Brat with 2 goals tonight.
All right. I'm going to go 4-2. I'll take the Devils win. I'll throw an empty netter in there that I think will go to Mercer. But I'm going to go with get the goal scoring started. It's going to be our old friend, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, Andre Palat will get on the board tonight at some point. So I'm going to go.
Yeah, that makes sense, though.
Did you see who got called up and maybe playing for Tampa?
No.
Steven Santini.
Oh, that's a name we haven't heard in a while.
What he used to play.
He was
for
a Devil.
Didn't he?
Yeah. He was a Devil. Yeah.
What the hell, a long time ago.
Yeah,
here's your next Devil,
2016 or 17, like our first.
So he's just been floundering around in the A for a long time.
I think so. Yeah.
No, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Wow. Well, we'll see him tonight, so he'll probably ex-Devil.
There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
That's a name I haven't heard.
No.
It's like remember Blandisi?
What?
Do you know who's going to score tonight? Luke
Blandisi. Glendening. He had a good game last game, I thought.
Yeah, he did. Who's going to score, Tim?
Luke Glendening.
Oh, you said Glendening. Yeah, okay. I can take that. I like Glendening's game. I like him on the 4th line. I was happy he made this team. So, yeah, keep it going. He hasn't had one yet, has he?
Nope. Mm-hmm. And he was Lightning for forever.
Tampa Bay Lightning. Right. He won some cups there, didn't he?
He did. I don't know. He's been okay.
I like him.
The 4th line has been getting fucking absolutely buried.
I just always look at these bottom 6 lines, these bottom 6 guys, our 3rd line and 4th line. When I'm watching them, I'm just comparing them to our bottom 6 the last couple of years, and it's just
that's fair.
He was taking some good face-offs last game.
Yeah, which is something we got to get a little bit better in.
Jason, I've been throwing my money away every goddamn game this season on purpose. For
I
fun.
haven't done it yet.
So I've Gritzik, Mercer, and Glendenning as my three-way parlay. Anytime goals, a couple
All right.
bucks to return $750.
That's not bad. I took Palat and I took Mercer, and I also took a Lightning because I throw it around. So which Lightning should I have taken? Tone?
Point.
Tim?
Point's been off this season. I
didn't take Point. I'm saying.
I'd go with Hagel.
Or
You go with Hagel. Is he back, Hagel?
From what I read, yeah.
Okay, so Hagel and Point. I went with Getzel. So there was a lot of talk about some of these teams. I was listening to a little bit of XM today, and there was some talk about some of these lower teams that we talk about a lot, like possible trade teams that we can do some business with, and Calgary is brought up. And apparently Calgary said that the guy that they got the most calls for so far has been Blake Coleman. Like Kadri, you would have thought, a guy like that, or Rasmussen. Rasmus Anderson, right?
I still see the Devils linked to Coleman too.
And apparently Coleman is the guy that they're getting all the calls for. This is interesting. Another team,
he's got a palatable contract. It's not fucking forever. He's one of those guys that GMs love.
Not a pussy.
Not a pussy. He plays hard. It's kind of a north-southish game. I think that's probably why he's so coveted. And sure, get him the fuck out of there.
And his playoff acumen. That's another big thing.
Yeah,
you just know that the guy's going to be there and show up.
Yeah, his game translates well to the playoffs.
There was we were talking a little bit about Calgary and mostly Nashville, those two teams that are just kind of floundering in the bottom, and they're probably not going anywhere else. So you might be able to poach those two. And then I was looking at the standings. St. Louis is really in bad shape. And another team that we just played them is Washington. Like, if Washington is out of this thing in another 3 or 4 weeks, do they start selling off some pieces, knowing that this might be Ovechkin's last year, and at some point maybe you do have to do a little bit more than just tweaking on the fly, because it kind of seems like last year was just the OV wave. They were riding that, and now they're, I think, dead last in the Metropolitan Division right now. Could that be a team, an older team that starts selling some pieces? Like, I don't know, Tom Wilson to the Devils? I'm just throwing it out there.
I would love Wilson. But,
I give March.
I'll take him. I'll take him.
I would do it.
I'll trade one of us for that too.
Yeah, I will never. If we can trade for Tom Wilson, and it's me coming off this podcast, love you boys. See you later.
We would trade you, Tim. We would trade you.
I would trade you, Chris. None of us would ever.
Podcast,
I mean, shit. We traded Bobby for what?
You can go down there. We'll trade Bobby for a keg of beer. And,
Wilson's gonna be their next captain once Ovechkin's done. But Duhaime, he's a fucking dog.
Not. There's no way they're gonna make him captain. Nico's a long-term captain.
Ovechkin,
right?
Oh, never mind.
Tom Wilson's Devils.
I see what you're doing, Chris. Yes, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I know he's not going anywhere, but that's my.
I don't know. What do we do? Do we take Ovechkin for Jack Swing?
Oh boy.
I don't know. I they're any guy that I want, I don't see them parting with. And I don't think the Capitals are going to sell off. Not with the way Logan Thompson's playing. John Carlson's been out. Chychrun, has been carrying the water there. I don't see them selling pieces off.
I mean, it depends on how things look in another month, but right now I agree. What about St. Louis? Now, that is an interesting team because they're dog shit. And they do have some guys, but I don't know if any of those guys fit in with what we need. There's a lot of talk about Kyrou. There's a lot of talk about who else is there? I'm trying to remember fucking
names.
Luke Shen. I just don't know if they're guys that we could really use. Like, I always go back to the Kadri and Coleman to kind of for the Devils, but curious what you guys think of St. Louis.
I haven't paid enough. I'm actually surprised they're doing. I think I had them picked doing a little bit better than they're doing this year. I haven't paid too much attention to them, but I know they're not high in the standings at all.
No, right now
I'm looking at their roster right now.
You're looking at St. Louis's roster.
Yeah, Robert Thomas, that kid's good.
Yes, he is.
He makes 8.1 for the next 5 years.
How about Buffalo? Can we cherry pick anything off of them?
I mean, I take half of Buffalo's roster.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I look at that roster. And
the problem is all these fucking teams, all of them, like the Calgary GM. Like I read something today where he's like, "Yeah, people can call me about Kadri all they want, like, and they have to give me something where I'll listen to it." And it's like,
I saw something.
You guys
today
fucking
too.
suck. Like, what are you talking about? Same with Buffalo.
Oh,
same with St. Louis.
GM talk. I mean,
I don't know. I think they might be a little bit delusional. Like
I saw something with Quinn today too, that they're like, I guess their GM made a statement like, we're going to want a lot more than what people are mentioning. So I don't know where that came from, but I saw that this afternoon. I think it was.
You got the Canucks are sitting at 9-10-2 and 20 points through 21 games. Probably not going to make it.
I saw a stat the other day that was, and it was basically their course use. Their shots for, shots against. With Quinn on the ice, Vancouver is plus 11 in shot attempts. With Quinn off the ice, they're like minus 110.
It's crazy.
He is that
crazy.
Entire team.
I mean, the Sabres.
I don't know. I'm looking at St. Louis's roster. Sorry.
No, I was going to bring up
the
Sabres. Like I watched these highlights, and Tage Thompson needs to get the frick out of Buffalo. He needs to go onto a really good contending team. He is an absolute beast. And I'll say, I think probably one of the most underrated guys in the NHL. Like he is that fucking dominant when he's out there on the ice, and I think he needs to get out of Buffalo.
Yeah, like I haven't watched Buffalo at all, but I saw highlights from their last game where he just fucking tossed some guy aside and just did whatever the fuck he wanted.
Overtime goal.
Yeah.
He just pushed the dude and he flew like 15 feet.
Yeah.
And then he just made a beautiful pass. And then I think the go-ahead goal, he just had a guy draped all over him and he cut in front of the net, made a beautiful power.
Yeah, he's nasty.
He is nasty. I would love to get our hands on Tage Thompson.
Yeah, like everybody talks about Kyrou. I don't know. There's something soft about Kyrou's game that I just don't think I'm totally sold on.
I also think there's a problem with a guy like Kyrou, and I'll put him in the same category as the Jason Robertsons and stuff. They're great players, but where are they fitting in? Are they getting power play one time here in New Jersey?
Yes.
If you're paying guys $8 or $9 million a year, they got to play power play, and we don't really have the spot for that. So I don't know if they're going to be going for a true goal scorer sniper like Robertson or a guy like Kyrou. And I agree with you about Kyrou. He's soft as fuck. I don't like the kid.
No more softness. We never need softness.
Yeah, no. And it's a younger Palat that can finish is the guy that we need. And I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Blake Coleman. No, actually, I think they're about the same age. I don't know what that is, but you're right. Like, and I'm actually writing this right now when I get some free time. Is I think our top 6 is actually set.
I agree.
If it's Jack, Bratt, Gritsuk, Timo, Nico, Mercer, that is a perfectly balanced top 6 where we have the 4 guys on our power play 1, the 4 forwards on our power play 1, and then the other 2 play on power play 2. They don't necessarily need power play time to produce, but you look up and down the league, and there isn't a team in the league that's like their 5th, 6th, 7th forwards are putting up more than like 40 points. Right. Like it just doesn't happen, and the distributive scoring of it, we need guys that can produce at 5-on-5, and even McCann to an extent in Seattle, even though Seattle's winning, is the guy that I think would need a little bit of power play time. So I don't know. It's tricky. That's why I keep coming back to the 3C that we can afford, that doesn't have a million years on his contract. That's what makes me nervous about Kadri. That's why I keep coming back to O'Reilly. He hasn't lost a step at all. He's playing on the worst team in the league, and he's playing 1C there. Do you know how good he'd be as a 3C on the Devils? Like it'd be unbelievable.
I'd take Ryan O'Reilly in a heartbeat.
It just keeps coming back to that for me.
What do you think?
Jack doesn't need a bigger forward. Like he and Brad are forechecking animals. Like we need someone who can actually finish in the slot.
I have to agree with O'Reilly. Like Chris said, that would be awesome.
Yeah, like he just seems like the guy. Like O'Reilly, and then maybe Kadri if they can figure out the money and retention and stuff like that. Then after that, I mean, I'm not really thrilled with Shen, but you know, he could be a good kind of veteran guy, but I think he's maybe a little bit washed. Other than that, the market's thin. And
we got Tom Wilson. That's going to fix a lot of shit. So I mean,
yeah, no, that's a fair point.
that's
a fair point. There's our big winger to put on Jack's line.
I will buy a Tom Wilson jersey immediately if we got him.
I would be totally fine with Blake Coleman being the guy on Jack's wing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Coleman is what I just said. That younger, better version of Palat.
So, like, if you had to go out and get Ryan O'Reilly and a Blake Coleman, that fixes a lot. That fixes a lot of shit. And on a team that doesn't have a lot of holes. So,
exactly, yeah.
You know, that's the other thing. It's not like last year we're sitting around going, first we need this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. We don't need all that. We just need, and I don't even know. I would say that 3C if Glass, because Glass has been good when he's in, but again, I mean, can we trust this guy's going to stay healthy? You know, that's another thing that makes me nervous. Like, so I'm fine if he gets demoted down the 4C for a guy like Ryan O'Reilly or Nazem Kadri.
Fortunately, if you're wearing the red and black and white, you don't know who's going to stay healthy anymore. I really feel like every night, every time. So when I saw Bracco down the other night, I was like, no, you know.
We all did. Even Luke did. Luke didn't even.
Yeah, Luke was pissed off after he scored that goal.
Fuck.
So instead of us picking who's going to score first goals, who's getting hurt tonight? Let's play that game. What Devil's going down with injury tonight?
Don't do that.
Seems like Luke always likes to do shit that Jack does. So I'm going to say Luke goes down with injury tonight.
I can't do it.
Chris, I don't want to play this game.
I can't do it.
Play this game. I don't like this game at all.
Well, Jay writes, Brat got lit up and no one did dick. I'm not going to bash the guys for that. First of all, it happened in the middle. First of all, it happened with Ovi. Like, Ovi is the one that put the hit on.
I think we did. Yeah.
Fuck Ovi.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, he's going to get the respect and you're not going to. And second of all, it's like right when the guy, like a goal was scored, like it kind of was a weird time to then go after Ovi after you just score. So I'm okay with us not really doing a lot on that.
So I'm going to be the opposite on this. I think you got to fucking pound him. I don't give a shit.
Scoring a goal is doing something.
Yeah,
I agree.
You pound him afterwards. You got to hit him. You got to send some kind of message. I totally agree. Who said that?
You did. You won the game.
Ovi's like a 280-pound tank. We don't have a single person on our team that can go after him.
Yeah,
and like Chris said, they're not going to go after Ovi. And it was a pretty clean.
Well, you know what? And that answers one of our questions. We need an addition of someone that will go after him.
Well, I mean, I think if it's anybody else, I think you guys like, you know, Cotter, Nason, Dylan, I think they do go after him if it's anyone else, but it's Ovechkin. And it was, like you said, Tim, it wasn't a dirty hit. It was he got him in the numbers. A goal got scored. What else do you need to do to throw it back in their face?
I know it wasn't dirty.
Steven, I don't think anybody on the Caps touched the puck after that hit. So I think it still would have counted, but I think that was kind of what some of the confusion was. I think they thought, anyway, whatever, it happened. But like, you know, like we still won that game, so I don't know what going after Ovechkin would have done. You know, like.
And I also think that the team
in '95, someone would have went after him.
I think anybody else, they go after him. They have shown that this year. I mean,
yeah, they will. Like when Nico got pounded, Dawson fucking jumped on his back like a spider monkey.
Don't you always feel like when we play Washington, though, you know Ovi's always good for one. You always know the guy who's going to put one in.
He's built like a fucking tank. Like he is cultivated by Subway and Doritos, man. Like that guy, that fat piece of shit. Like I can't wait till he's out of the fucking league. Fuck Ovechkin.
They're going to build a statue of him in Washington. There'll be 2 Russians they're going to build a statue of. It's going to be crazy.
Putin and Ovechkin?
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe Epstein, the way shit's going.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point.
Someone's putting statues of them out there all the time, man.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a picture of Trump blowing Bill Clinton.
That wasn't the Bubba that they were talking about.
Oh yeah, it was a horse.
It was
Which-
a
Bubba
different
Gump.
Bubba.
Oh, the horse.
That's the
Oh,
funniest.
that
fucking
was a
difference.
horse? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba that was at Epstein's Island.
Okay, so I mean,
So it's,
look,
it's
I
funny
can
because
believe a lot of shit,
it's
but
funny.
I'm not buying
It's
that.
funny to see people be like, "It wasn't Bill Clinton; it was a horse."
It was a horse
It's
named
like-
Bill Clinton.
I saw a
makes it
meme. It was
worse.
like
That
Donica
objectively
Lewinsky.
makes it worse.
Donica
Yeah.
Lewinsky.
Yeah, the before and after pictures where it's like this
Yeah.
is her now, and it's anyway.
It's so fucked up. Like this shit is. I mean, we're not going to get into.
Yeah,
all
we don't
that,
need to
but,
get into
like
it.
at
It's
this
just-
point.
it's just
Like
funny.
when I heard what Megyn Kelly said last week, I seriously wanted to fucking throw up. Like when these people are doing this mental gymnastics about saying that Jeffrey Epstein wasn't really a pedophile because he liked to fuck 15-year-old girls. It wasn't
Three
like they were
12-year-olds on
8-year-olds.
his
Yeah, oh
birthday.
god. Yeah.
Right.
12-year-olds.
But this is Megyn Kelly saying
Yeah,
this. Like she
I
has a
heard that.
15-year-old fucking daughter. Like you degenerate dirtbag. Like seriously, like you are so deep into this cult that you can't even fucking call a pedophile. You have to make excuses.
My
It's
wife,
insane.
my wife is she's amazed by this. And for everybody, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm none of these things. So it's not a but my wife just sits back and she's like, I can't believe that this is even a question. Like she can't understand. Like as she watches this thing going on today,
Yeah.
she's like, I don't understand. I was like,
Right.
yeah,
She's
like,
right.
I mean, I know the economy is important, but I think a bunch of kid fuckers are even more important to bust. So she doesn't get it, and it's hard to explain to her what's. I'm just like, yeah, it's just the way it is now.
It
So
just all stops.
turn it
And-
off and put on hockey or some shit.
Yeah. Three's Company.
Yes, I did. Actually, I watched Three's
There you
Company
go.
last night. She fell asleep.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Steven,
Yeah,
we-
see it,
yes.
it'll nod you off.
Lana was
Politics
hot.
are theater, and yes, they all. I've been saying this for a long time. Until the people of this country realize that it's not us against each other, it's us against them, we're never going to get out of this. But right now, you have two sides that, don't ever agree, and they like to pit us against each other. So fuck it. All
I
in
will be
Family
honest though,
was
when they
the
said that
best show.
he wasn't
We're
there,
going.
I'm
We're getting
not-
pretty far afield.
Yeah,
here.
we're
We don't
getting
need
in
to
the
talk
weeds.
about that shit.
All right,
It sucks.
yeah, let's wrap it up on this.
Let's
game.
not talk about football either because I got news for you boys. Last night. I was up at was it 4:45 in the morning.
Oh, you played last night, right?
Yeah. I went.
Did
to this.
they?
I never do this. Never.
Did they
fucking
play
do
last
this.
night? Did they
What
show
was
Not
up?
the
really.
score? I didn't
They
even see
showed
it.
up in uniforms, but they didn't really play. It's the first time in a long time I think they scored again. Dallas. It was already a blowout in the first half, and I said, you know what, I just can't do it. It was just they're gonna lose. Oh my god, sit till 6:00 in the morning and watch this nonsense.
I'm
And it's
with
just
you.
been the most disgusting season. I've never actually, I'll be honest, as a Raider fan, I've been disappointed many times, and this may be the one season where I'm so turned off watching football that like from the first 4 minutes in, always I'm just like this the whole time, just not enjoyable. Usually I enjoy football. This has been the most unenjoyable season I've ever had. It sucks.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, now we might possibly have a 22-year-old bust at fucking quarterback. So I'm a
At
little
least you got
nervous
some kind of
about that.
quarterback. You know what I mean?
At this fucking point, I really don't care. I'm just
Guess
gonna,
who's back? Guess who's back from the
Yeah,
dead?
come on. The Ravens are always fucking there. I mean,
We'll
just
get there to
pick
the playoffs
just
and get
pick-
dropped in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
we were-
Just pick another
we-
fucking
we
team
started
that
1-5,
is on the
and
bandwagon.
With your running back quarterback.
I know. You're probably a
How dare you,
fucking
Tony? That's
Florida
very
Panther
racist of
fan.
Hey, I will say this, Tim. The Raiders do always have the Ravens number the last few years. It's the only team we seem to beat. We beat New England this year, but that's a fluke because New England's rolling now. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
That's a
Another
fluke.
team, right? Like we don't need to see any more New England being good. Like, we've done this
No,
already, right? Can we just
no,
have somebody else? But all right, so all right. Anyway, it's fine. We're rolling
what
into
are we talking
gonna-
about here? What
yeah.
didn't
Well,
we
just
cover?
fuck football. Football's
Thanksgiving
stupid.
recipes? What should we what else should we
Ravens
talk
are
about?
we've covered everything tonight.
All right, block Steven Engel.
What do we say?
I-
Ravens are
Kansas
trash.
City sucks. Fuck Kansas City, right?
I'm
Fuck
kind of
Kansas
with you. How do I boost this? Do I anyway make this bigger? Make
No! You shut up.
fireworks coming off of it or
You
something?
shut up.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm gonna
Um,
call ice on Engel.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna go make dinner before.
Yeah,
this
my
thing
dog.
are you
our
making
dog
tonight,
is,
Chris?
My dog is going walkabout, and I don't know where he is.
The dog's in the back with the peanut butter jar, Tim. What does that mean?
No, my other dog. That dog. I'm done
Papa!
with. We did. I think, Papa, why your testicles have peanut
There's a
butter
picture
on
of your
them?"
dog in the back. I didn't want to notice that. I'm so used to that gnome with the cock, but I mean now it's just
Oh yeah, I found out. I figured out the website. So if you go to a place called Crown and Paw, I'm serious.
Yeah,
You
sent
send
it
them.
to
You
me.
send
It's
them a
real.
picture. You send them a picture of your dog, and you pick like what outfit you want him in. You can get him as like a king or that's like a 17th century, 18th century duke. You can get him in anything, and it's like $60, and they send you a painting of them.
Dude, I'm glad
like
you
that.
told me that because no lie, Tim. I was looking at this store tonight and I'm like, what the fuck does this guy have his dog in a suit? I was like, what is going on here? Is he
Yeah.
Amish, that dog? I'm trying to
Dude,
see if
it's
there's any kind of
honestly,
special hat.
it's the no. Well, one dog is right there.
But he's not wearing a suit.
The devil's heavens go in the defecate. See you later, bud.
He's always going to take a shit.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. See,
All right.
see. Look at Collect Records just said. You can put that up.
Yeah, Crown and Paw is great. They put his brother's cats in a portrait from Step Brothers. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
They do like they do the exact same picture, but with
Yeah.
with that.
If you have
I
if you
should
have
get-
2 dogs or 2 cats, look into it, man. For like Christmas presents, wedding presents, or not wedding presents, but like birthday presents. It's great, and they're so easy to work with.
What
I'm
about your
gonna look
kids?
it up
Will they
when
do
I
that for your
get
kids
done.
too if you send them in?
I don't know if it's for kids. I think it is just for pets, but there
dogs.
are other sites. I also found this site called Simpsonify Me, where if you send them a
Oh,
picture
nice.
of you and your family, you can like get really specific with them.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right, but we're gonna wrap this thing up. All right, picks tonight. I got 4-2 Devil win with an empty netter. Tony, you got 5-1. You said
5-3.
5-3. Tim,
8-2 Tampa.
I love it. And we
We'll look
might
like
be
asses
back
tomorrow, except for Tim.
We might be back after the game, depending on how it goes. Tim and I might jump on for a little bit after, so keep your eyes and ears open for that. We'll probably hop on, talk a little bit about it, quick.
I think if they win, most if they lose, we might not, unless like something bad really happens.
Steve's gonna wash his balls and ass. Good.
Something like that. All right. Yes, it's over,
Jesus
Johnny.
Christ.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Go
See you
enjoy
guys
the
in 2
game in
months.
an hour. We got
it's like Dan's just like
be a Danner on sideshow now, like the Ropers. The Citrus Company did that. We're gonna be on our own show.
Like Joni Loves Chachi, but it's
yes.
and it's just as
better
bad as
than Chachi,
Joni Loves
Joni
Chachi. All right, we're gonna bounce out of here, boys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like, subscribe, alert bell. You guys know what to do. I'm Chris. He's Tim. The other guy's Tone. We are the Uncle Puckers, and we'll see you when we
Peace,
see you.
guys.
Suck a dick, Valicat.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
Yeah, Bobby, Bubba. I would put